You don't realize it's happening until one day you do. At first, it's just a little stiffness in the morning. Then, it's the quiet cracking sound when you bend down. The stairs start to feel steeper, your walks get shorter, and your knees start whispering, "Something's not right." And still, most people shrug it off. It's just age, they say. Normal wear and tear. But what no one tells you is that this is how it starts. A slow, steady erosion of your knee cartilage. The smooth, rubbery cushion that lets your bones move without pain. And once it starts breaking down, the symptoms don't just stop at discomfort. They grow. Suddenly, you're avoiding stairs. You hesitate to kneel. You find yourself gripping railings, bracing before you stand, and wondering if your knees will give out today or tomorrow. It's quiet, it's gradual, but it's life-changing. And for millions of seniors, it leads down a road paved with painkillers, cortisone shots, and eventually surgery. In some cases, even walkers and wheelchairs. Not because they were lazy, not because they didn't care, but because no one told them the truth about what was really happening to their knees. Take Marvin, 74, who said, "I thought I was just stiff from gardening, but it turns out my cartilage was disappearing under me, and I never even knew." The worst part? We've been taught to believe that once cartilage is gone, it's gone forever, that there's no way to get it back. But what if that's not true? What if there is a way to help your knees rebuild themselves? Naturally, safely, from the inside out. That's what you're about to discover. For decades, the message has been clear and consistent. Cartilage can't regrow. Once it's gone, it's gone. It's a belief so widespread that even some doctors repeat it like gospel. And if you've been told that, you're not alone. You probably accepted it, because what choice did you have? But here's the truth. Science is finally catching up to. That belief is outdated. Yes, cartilage regenerates more slowly than other tissues. Yes, it doesn't heal easily after injury. But no, that does not mean it's impossible. In fact, researchers are now uncovering evidence that cartilage can regrow at any age under the right conditions. Your knees are not made of stone. Inside them are special cells, called chondrocytes, that are responsible for producing new cartilage. And guess what? They're still alive. They're still there. They're just dormant, waiting for the right nutrients, the right environment, the right signal. Think of it like a garden that's gone dry. The soil is cracked, the plants are weak, but the roots are still buried underneath. All they need is water. All your knees need is fuel. One study published in Osteoarthritis and Cartilage found that when older adults were given specific nutrients, like collagen, hyaluronic acid, and antioxidant-rich compounds, measurable cartilage thickening was observed over time. That's not speculation, that's proof. So if you've been walking around believing your knees were past the point of no return, let this be the turning point. Because it's not about age, it's not about damage. It's about giving your knees a second chance. And in the next chapter, you'll learn the science that's making that possible. If cartilage can be rebuilt, the obvious question is, how? It starts with a breakthrough most people haven't heard about, because it wasn't designed to make headlines. It wasn't a pill, it wasn't surgery, it was Wasi nutrition. Inside your knees are chondrocytes, the cells responsible for building and maintaining cartilage. Over time, those cells become sluggish. They stop receiving the nutrients they need. They're not dead, they're starving. But what scientists have discovered is that when the right ingredients are delivered consistently and in the right form, those cells can wake up and start producing cartilage again. Let's break it down simply. Collagen peptides. These are the building blocks your cartilage is made of, but not all collagen is created equal. Hydrolyzed collagen is the form your body can absorb and use immediately. Hyaluronic acid. This acts like a sponge inside your knee joint. It holds water, keeps everything cushioned, and creates the environment where cartilage can thrive. Vitamin C and antioxidants. These protect the cartilage from free radical damage and help stimulate collagen production. In a German study of seniors aged 60+, participants who took a daily dose of these nutrients experienced less joint pain, improved range of motion, and actual increases in cartilage density within months. And this didn't come from expensive drugs. It came from what they consumed. Now imagine if those same ingredients could be delivered through a simple daily drink, one that targets your knees directly, one that works quietly while you go about your day. That drink exists, and in the next chapter, we'll talk about why most people never find it, because they're stuck relying on things that only treat the pain, not the problem. If cartilage rebuilding is possible, you might be asking, why didn't the pills work? Why do my knees still hurt after all those creams and shots? You're not wrong for trying. You did what you were told. You followed instructions. But the truth is, most of those solutions weren't designed to heal. They were designed to numb. Let's start with pills. Most over-the-counter joint supplements contain glucosamine or low-grade collagen. But the problem is, many of these ingredients aren't bioavailable, meaning your body doesn't absorb or use them effectively. They pass through you with little to no impact. And creams, they're fine for temporary relief, but they never reach deep enough to affect the cartilage itself. They soothe the surface. They don't fix the structure. Injections? Sure, they work for a while. Cortisone, hyaluronic acid, platelet-rich plasma, but they wear off, and they're expensive. You're not rebuilding, you're renting relief. That's why so many seniors get stuck in a loop. Temporary fixes, constant refills, growing frustration, and knees that keep declining underneath it all. You didn't fail, you were just handed shortcuts, not solutions. Because true healing doesn't happen outside in. It happens from the inside out. And the good news? There's a better way, a simpler way, a natural way. In the next chapter, we'll reveal the everyday foods that quietly destroy your cartilage, so you know what to avoid before we show you the drink that helps rebuild it. Before we talk about what heals, we need to talk about what hurts, because sometimes the damage isn't just coming from age or wear and tear, it's coming from what's on your plate. There are foods many seniors eat every day that silently destroy cartilage, fuel inflammation, and block your body's ability to repair itself. And the worst part is, most of them are labeled healthy. Let's start with refined sugar. The cookies, the breakfast cereals, the flavored yogurts. Sugar triggers inflammatory responses in your joints. And chronic inflammation? That's the #1 enemy of cartilage regrowth. Next, processed meats, like deli turkey, ham, sausage. These are loaded with preservatives and AGEs, advanced glycation end products, chemicals that accelerate tissue breakdown, especially in cartilage. Then there's soda, even diet. The acidity and artificial sweeteners cause bone and cartilage to demineralize, weakening the structure from the inside. And don't forget white bread and crackers. They spike blood sugar, leading to more inflammation and less nutrient delivery to your knees. Take Helen, 73. She'd been eating a light breakfast, toast and tea, for years. Her knees kept getting worse. After cutting sugar and switching to a protein-rich smoothie, she said, "It's like my knees stopped screaming at me." You don't have to eat perfectly, but you do need to stop feeding the problem. Now that you know what to avoid, let's talk about the drink that's helping seniors around the world do what they were told was impossible: rebuild their knees. You have been patient. You've learned the truth about cartilage. You know what's been hurting your knees, what's been holding your body back. Now it's time to talk about what helps. The drink that feeds new cartilage. Simple, affordable, grocery store accessible, and used by thousands of seniors to start rebuilding their knees from the inside out. So what is it? It's a combination of three powerful ingredients blended into one daily anti-inflammatory, cartilage-building drink. The Rebuild Drink. Hydrolyzed collagen peptides. This is the raw material your cartilage is made from. It's pre-broken down, so your body can absorb and use it immediately, unlike most supplements that just pass through. Fresh lemon juice or vitamin C. This isn't just flavor. Vitamin C is essential for turning collagen into actual cartilage. Without it, collagen can't do its job. Turmeric or ginger. These natural anti-inflammatories clear the path for healing by reducing swelling around the joint, so your body can focus on rebuilding, not fighting off irritation. Optional. Add warm water or herbal tea as the base. Drink it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach before movement. Let me tell you about Frank, 77. He had bone-on-bone knees, refused surgery, and could barely stand for more than 10 minutes. His daughter started him on this drink every morning: collagen powder, lemon, and a pinch of turmeric. Day 4. He walked to the mailbox without stopping. Week 3. He was gardening again. And after 2 months, "I got up from the recliner," he said, "and realized I didn't have to think about my knees. They just worked." This isn't some miracle potion. It's not a secret supplement. It's just real ingredients that give your body exactly what it needs to do what it was always capable of doing. Because your knees don't want to give out. They want to get back up. In the next chapter, I'll show you exactly how much to drink, when to drink it, and what to expect, day by day. Now that you know what's in the drink, let's talk about how to use it safely, consistently, and effectively, because this only works if it becomes a habit. And thankfully, it's one of the easiest habits you'll ever build. Here's your daily plan. Drink recipe. Recap: 1 scoop, or about 10 g, of hydrolyzed collagen peptides, juice from half a lemon or 500 milliliters of vitamin C, a pinch of turmeric or ginger powder. Mix in warm water or caffeine-free herbal tea. Stir well. Drink first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, before breakfast, before coffee, before anything else. Why? Because your body absorbs nutrients faster and more efficiently when your digestive system isn't busy. Some seniors start to feel a difference within 3 to 5 days. Less stiffness, easier standing, less cracking. But full cartilage response takes time. Real rebuilding can begin around week 3 and continue improving for months. What to expect in the first week? Slight energy boost, less swelling around knees, less morning stiffness. By week 2 to 3, easier walking, less popping sounds, more stable movement going up or down stairs. And yes, this drink is safe for most people. But if you're on blood thinners, have kidney issues, or are undergoing treatment, it's always smart to talk to your doctor first, just to be sure. This isn't about overnight miracles. It's about giving your knees what they've been waiting for. Because once cartilage has the right materials, it knows exactly what to do. In the next chapter, you will hear real stories from seniors who took this simple habit and turned it into a new life on their feet. You've heard the science. You've seen the plan. Now let's talk about what happens when real people actually do it. Because there's one thing more powerful than facts: results. Let's start with Linda, 71, from Ohio. A retired teacher, she loved gardening, but knee pain had her sitting more than standing. Her doctor said the cartilage was too far gone. Still, she started the drink. Collagen, lemon, turmeric, every morning for 6 weeks. Week 1, less swelling. Week 3, she was walking around her backyard again. Week 6, I planted tomatoes without even thinking about my knees, she said. No brace, no pain, just dirt under my nails. Then there's Don, 79, a former baseball coach. He hadn't gone downstairs without gripping the railing in 3 years. He started small, half a scoop of collagen in herbal tea, plus ginger and lemon. By day 4, he noticed he was getting up from chairs faster. By week 3, I caught myself walking down the steps with confidence, he said. I didn't even realize it. That's how I knew it was working. And finally, Rosa, 68, her knees hurt just getting out of bed. After trying injections and giving up on pills, she was skeptical, but she gave it a shot. By day 7, she could kneel at church again. These stories have one thing in common. They didn't happen by chance. They happened because these people gave their bodies the tools to heal. And it started with 1 glass a day. In the next chapter, we'll talk about what happens if you don't act, because there's a cost to doing nothing, and it's far higher than you think. Let's pause for a moment. Not to talk about what you could gain, but what you could lose if nothing changes. You see, cartilage doesn't just wear away all at once. It thins quietly, bit by bit. And the signs we brush off, morning stiffness, popping knees, hesitation on stairs, those are warnings, signals that the joint is weakening, that the cushion is fading, that the bones are getting closer and closer, until every step feels like bone on bone. And when that happens, you don't just lose comfort, you start to lose freedom. Freedom to walk without fear, to bend without bracing, to travel, garden, dance, kneel, stand, or chase after your grandkids. Ask anyone who waited too long, who ignored the signs, who now relies on painkillers, walkers, or wheelchairs. They'll tell you, I wish I'd done something sooner. And that's the thing. This isn't about vanity. It's not about youth. It's about independence. And the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to get it back. So let me ask you, if one small habit a day could protect your knees, could buy you more time on your feet, wouldn't it be worth a try? Because doing nothing has a cost. But doing something, that could change everything. Now let's talk about exactly how to start, with a 7-day plan that anyone can follow. You've made it this far. You've learned the truth, broken the myths, and seen the results. Now it's time to do something about it. Starting today. Here's your challenge: the 7-day Cartilage Boost Plan. For the next 7 mornings, before breakfast, drink the following: 1 scoop of hydrolyzed collagen peptides, juice from half a lemon or a 500 milligram vitamin C tablet, a pinch of turmeric or ginger powder. Mix with warm water or caffeine-free herbal tea. Drink it first thing in the morning, then go about your day, but don't just drink. Observe. Pay attention to your knees. Are you standing easier? Less cracking when you bend, more confidence on stairs. Even small changes matter. Now here's your bonus habit. Every evening, do this one simple move. Sit to stand challenge. Find a sturdy chair. Sit down slowly, then stand up again, gently. Repeat 5 times. That's it. This move wakes up your muscles and helps retrain the joint, while the drink does the repair work inside. And here's the final step. Come back and tell us what happened. Drop a comment, share your results, and send this to someone you love who might be struggling too. Because healing starts with one step, one drink, one decision. And today, that decision is yours.